Hello, my name is Candace Nimmons, and I will be reciting my reader response about the book Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Could something so shaky in our society that has changed rules multiple times over the years really have a say if somebody dies, lives, has more opportunities, or what people think of them? Well, what I'm trying to allude to with that question is the concept of race, a concept that any side to which you fall under competes for power on a daily basis, not worrying about who they have to step on along the way. This concept, no, this parasite, which is dated all the way back to the 16th century, has, and will continue to seep into the societal behaviors all around the world, most of which are vile and unjust. These injustices inspired Ta-Nehisi Coates, along with others, to write about racism and their experiences being Black in America. Coates wrote a book called Between the World and Me, discussing anything he could remember about racism, Black culture, and his realizations in the context of a letter to his son. His thought processes when it comes to the topic of racism are much like mine. He understands that racism is the byproduct of greed and negligence, the greediness of the first Americans to utilize violence and terror for inconsequential things such as status, power, and money. He stated, Americans defy democracy in a way that allows for a dim awareness that they have, from time to time, stood in defiance of their God. Not only did he showcase that the greed for power caused America to lose sight of the God they find morality in, but this also shows their negligence. That dim awareness of their wrongdoings turns into the unaccountability of the American race. Gives the idea of if no one talks about it, then it never happened, or if it's not my generation, then it's not my problem. Being Black in America is an unimaginable experience that no one can understand unless you are Black. There is so much we know, we don't know, and we refuse to know, which hurts us all the same. Black people that know too much are killed or seen as a threat, like Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, and other Black activists. Black people who know too little or refuse to learn anything are victims of becoming imprudent, disparaged, and offensive against one's own race. These both have the same effect: no true progression. There is only cosmetic progression that is seen on the outside. There is only convenient progression that is used to appease us at times. There is only selective progression that is used to make those they choose happy and defend them. That's my understanding of how Black people allow racism to still happen. We feed into their excuses. Race is not something determined by science. There is no race chromosome, it simply doesn't exist. Yet it's so important. It becomes so significant that it causes Black people to try and become something they're not, something they can never achieve. The American dream. The dream is the enemy of art, courageous thinking, and honest writing, Coates said. This is saying that everyone who is trying to achieve the dream will do anything to get there, even if it means losing themselves and their values. That's why he was saying that Black people were turning white, because they let go of the little culture they have to create this sense of a dream created by white people, for white people, and based on white people's idea of what civilization should be like. In fact, the principles white people made for America about race has been implemented all around the world. Things such as the lighter you are, the better, or if you are dark, you are more violent. These ideologies are not only in America, but in Korea, Thailand, Japan, Germany, Africa, etc. And there is really not much we can do about the misjudgment and treatment of Black people other than having a serious talk. What we can do to address race and racism is to put all of the cards on the table. Accountability taken on all sides, but mostly white people. Know that you cannot let us do anything because we should have already had the right and encouragement to do so. Know that we are angry at you and your ancestors for allowing something so small, such as race, to affect your humanity and continuing to let it happen. Know that you not saying something is just as wrong as you disregarding how we feel. Understand that you will never be Black and fully know the experiences we go through. You are white or of another race, and we are Black. I am saying this to separate us because we are different. But what shouldn't be different is the intention and treatment of the Black body. I, along with the human race, are a part of the problem because we have all let certain situations go by not saying anything, not reading enough, stating ignorant statements, and disregarding morals taught to us. There is so much work to be done, and I know it will not come fast or easy. Nothing does. But the world needs to truly progress in order for everyone to coincide as one. If we cannot understand this, and Black people continue to be killed, discriminated against, and misjudged, then actions will be taken possibly more violent than wanted. Thank you.